Namaste! Namaste, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your messages from the ancestors. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. Let's call in the energies of wisdom, guidance, and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, wayne showers, and spiritual guides, as above, so below. From Ketha to Malkuth. Namaste. So beat mode, energy, up, 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 Big Cat. Namaste. Glad you could pop in. The planetary energies today, darling dears. We have a new moon in Gemini, the third house. The third house is about your communications, darling dears. It also covers your siblings, your education. Some of you will be rethinking your knowledge and where you're getting it from, darling dears. This new moon is a wonderful time to improve the way you communicate. Be quick to listen, my dear Big Cat, and slow to speak. Listen mindfully. Find new ways to express yourself and speak your mind. If that means taking a step back, falling back, so be it. Mercury, the planetary ruler of Gemini, moon and sun, is still in retrograde, darling dears, until the 3rd of June. Any miscommunications that happens today can cause a lot of havoc in your lives and the cosmos, because everything has a ripple effect, darling dears. Before you react, take the time to comprehend the intel others are trying to impart on you, darling dears. Thinking before you speak will help you avoid putting your foot in your mouth, as well as what? Unfortunate mishaps that a Big Cat has not got the time for. Let's dive in, darling dears. Let's dive in, because we ain't getting smoked. And you are not smoking yourself. This card is important. Oh, it's true. We start off with the root chakra, darling dears. A childhood issue that is currently affecting you. Starting again, darling dears. It also speaks about, we've got new beginnings, but it's the fall energy. It speaks about wanting to what? Create a new beginning in your life. Take a leap of faith in a new direction. This is also the acquiring of knowledge, darling dears. This is also about you, what? Being spontaneous. This is not the time to what? Think about remaining in a situation that is affecting your stability and your foundation. The root chakra is represented by your foundation. At your sacral chakra, we've got disruption, darling dear, tower moment. The sacral chakra is represented by your creativity, how you feel, darling dears. A major change coming through your way. This is a divinely guided change, something that is going to feel as though it's causing chaos, darling dear, but it's all in order to what? You create a new breakthrough in your life, a new beginning. We have the tower, darling dears. The tower is Uranus energy as well as fire energy, darling dears. It's also speaking wanting a new beginning in a relationship. At your sacral chakra, it's about your sexuality as well. Passions in a situation is calling down. This is about taking a leap of faith in a new direction. releasing the emotions of a past situation that prevented or diverted a new beginning in your life. The Fool is air and Uranus energy. Uranus is very strong around here, darling dears. The planet Uranus speaks about your freedoms and wanting to take a new or make progress in your life. It's also the planet of what? Of being original, as well as rebelling against past situations. Uranus also represents the pineal gland, the gonads, and the blood system. Somebody needs to get some form of blood work done. The pineal gland, you can clean that off by meditations, by changing the foods that you eat. But it's also about moving yourself away from chaotic environments. The emotions that you're bottling up inside, darling dear, is the loss of a situation that you believe to be a new beginning. This is about blindly going into a situation without having all of the emotions. Again, it's at the sacral chakra. It could have been a sexually orientated situation. They're not ramping today, guys. They're telling straight on ya. At the solar plexus, how can you become more compassionate with yourself? We have the star card, darling dear. You need to believe in yourself. It also speaks about healing. Healing your self-esteem, because the solar plexus is represented by your will, your drive, your self-esteem. It also speaks about what your energies as well as your personal power. This is self-belief, darling dear. You need to turn the energy that you was putting into situations that you believe to be a new beginning. Situations that were put in your life in order for you to realize that you are a star. You're also being called to pour away what no longer serves you, because you're about to get a blessing in your life, darling dear. Possibly the what? Sudden change of this new beginning. One that you've been working towards but did not have all of the knowledge. Part of the knowledge in beginning, again, darling dears, is releasing the past. Taking the lesson and moving on. Being like a child as you step your way into the life that you've created. The Tower also speaks about, as I said, the sudden change. There was a lot of tongue wrestling, a lot of arguments. And it also wants me to say, some of you felt as though you wanted to take away yourself, darling dear. Do away with yourself over a situation. But you was dealing with a fool. A idiot. At your heart chakra. How can you be but my mind is going, my eyes are being drawn back to the solar plexus. Something is causing you anxiety and stress at this moment in time. We'll come back because I will clarify this line. The solar plexus, the hope at the solar plexus. It speaks about your health. Your health is healing. You're feeling a little bit more energized at this moment in time. All major arcana, darling dears. Divine, your ancestral team has a hand in your life. You are being pushed in a certain direction that you must take. This is about acting immediately. As soon as the information comes towards you, you're going to take a blind leap of faith in a new direction. You're being guided to take this new direction. At your heart chakra, let's look at compassion, because it's about what you love. We've got the 8 of Wands. Some of you have a deep love for travel, darling dear. It also speaks about messages coming towards you. Some of you have moved away from a situation, changed your whole outlook on life, and there are many in disbelief that you've actually moved on. This is about you being focused, darling dear, on a new beginning, allowing the past what? To give you the lesson as you move forward. The Eight of Wands also speaks about what? Organization. You need to be more organized at this moment in time. It also speaks about a new love, darling dears, whether it's from a person, whether it's romantic or platonic love, darling dear, or the love of a new idea, something that is about to take off in a big way, because the hope, this is the star card. It also speaks about fame, a sudden change right next to the Tower moment, a business. The Wands also speaks about the active movement, some kind of journey that you'll be taking over the next few days. At the throat chakra, your throat is how you communicate, darling dears. What's the belief that you're holding on to strongly that could be blocking or hindering your communications? From blocking you from, because the throat chakra also speaks about your listening skills. What happened to you at the sacral chakra, darling dears? Sudden ending of a relationship. It looks like a violent ending because it was a lot of tongue wrestling, violent arguments. And it's also the realization, darling dear, that you felt foolish in a situation. This is returning to a situation. Gemini energy is about the siblings. I believe that this is to do with a sibling, darling dear. You allowed them back into your energy, and they didn't appreciate the energy you brought to the table. The energy of a new beginning, of rejuvenation. It also speaks about gossip. Siblings that are now trapped in the past, darling dear, unable to speak their truth in a sexual situation. The sacral chakra is represented by your self-worth, darling dear. Somebody's feeling worthless at this moment in time, and it's a belief that you need to let go of, if that is what a childhood wound, because we have the Fool. But this is ideas that was given to you by others. Eight of Wands. A dampening down of your light, darling dear. Your willpower, your self-esteem. This is about you speaking your truth, darling dear, as to whom you are at this moment in time. You are no longer the person you was. You are no longer constrained. You've been offered a new beginning by your ancestral team, as well as Father God, Mother Isis. Divine wants you to take this leap of faith, because you're about to step into what? A new season. One of awakening and enlightenment. What's at the third eye? How are you? The best way for you to connect with your life purpose at this moment in time. Oh, you've got the Nine of Cups on its face, darling dear. The Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. This is about moving away from situations that are fraught and filled with controlling, manipulation, codependence. And this represents many, darling dear. Drama-filled situations. This is about using your discernment and your intuition, darling dear. As well as when it comes to what? Speaking up in situations that are moving to a sexual realm too quickly, right next to the Eight of Wands. It's your body, darling dears. Divine wants you to understand you must always claim dominion over your body. And if that is what somebody's rushing you to do, that is not your person. They are not your people. Also the crown chakra. What is the divine message? What does your ancestral team, Father God, Mother Isis, want you to know? The biggest message. The most potent message. Let's give it a good shifty, darling dears. Namaste, big cats. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this read. Like, subscribe, and share. What is the ancestral message at the crown chakra? What do they want you to know? Oh. A lot of negative energy being directed your way, codependent energy, people that are unable to eat and drink, and it's also about what? Releasing things that bind you. Anything that holds you controls you, darling dear. This is what? Temperance on its face. Sagittarius energy. Releasing those that are not your soul tribe. You must use your intuition about the codependent and those that want to keep you in a situation where you doubt your own creativity and your skills, where your passions are not recognized. It also speaks about people will be admiring you, darling dears, but it's for the wrong reasons, self-serving purposes. These people are not on their life purpose. And their short-term vision is to keep you caught up. Base of the deck, third eye in the reverse, darling dear. This is somebody that comes in with false communication. This is somebody that any information you gave to them, darling dear, which they were supposed to keep sacred. We already saw siblings. This person created a tower in your life, darling dear. They took all of your information on the road. And at the sacral chakra, it always speaks of jealousy. You had that certain je ne sais quoi, but they did not. I was just listening for the birds. I was thinking they're so quiet, and then they just started singing again. Base of the deck. Mental freedom, darling dear. Your ancestral team wants you to know that you're about to what? Move. Again, we saw travel. 2 travel cards over the next few days. It also speaks about what? A mental changing of your mindset. In order to have peace, you have to grant it onto yourself first, darling dear. And it's about removing yourself from certain situations that no longer serve you. Clarify the Fool. As I was saying, it's time for you to what? Wake up. This goes to an 11-11 fade. She is also holding an Ace of Wands. A passionate, creative new beginning. Being spontaneous. This is about you what? Removing yourself from situations that are stagnant, situations where they don't see it for you, where you have to see it for yourself. 3 of Wands is represented by Aries energy as well as the Sun energy. As I said, putting self first. This is, in some cases, because I spoke about siblings, it's something to do with a home. Loss of an inheritance. Lack of information in a situation. And it also says to what? Don't be no fool around new contacts. Pay attention to whom's coming into your life. Not everybody's coming in for the good, darling dears. There's so many different types of soul contracts that have to be fulfilled. Some will come to what? Trick you. But you have to pay attention. Use the discernment. Your ancestral team want you to know that you are strong. You have 4 major arcana and the sacral chakra in the upright. Passionately speaking your truth, darling dear. Removing yourself from stagnant situations. Again, we have Wands energy. Your ancestral team wants you to turn your back on the toxic temporary situations. This is about you what? Realizing you have the whole world in your hands. The 2 of Wands in the upright, darling dears, is represented by Aries as well as Mars energy, taking the initiative. Time for you to discover new things in your life, turning your back on toxicity and toxic temporary situations. Some of you feel, I don't know, I'm getting the energy of not wanting to leave siblings behind. You have to leave them, darling dear. Not everyone is supposed to go where you're going. And if they are not there to aid and abet in your growth, darling dear, because it's not just about you, because as you grow, they will grow too. But if they're still serving the same what they did last year, the year before that, and whatever, all the way back to childhood, darling dears, it's time to let them go. Take that leap of faith, a new beginning. It also speaks about a new partner or persons coming towards you. Fire energy. This is about active movement, holding your vision and taking action, immediate action, because it's right next to the tower. This disruption at the sacral chakra. Tell me more about the disruption at the sacral chakra. This is about the giving of too much energy onto others that was not given back to you. We see the Libra scales. A season of resolution, darling dear. Creating freedom for you, my dear big cat. And a painful ending for others when they realize what they lost. You brought light to the situation. The light of unconditional love. Until you learned to give that love to yourself. Being focused on the Most High. Working hard towards your blessings, darling dears. Because faith without works is dead. Base of the deck. A lot of wounding. Spiritual wounding in a situation that kept you bound. This is inner child wounds, darling dears. But this card is also making me think of Father God. When you pray, darling dear. Psalms 91:1. When you allow the Most High into your life and fall back in faith, you'll be gifted in so many ways. This is a return to your health. This is a new job, a new home, a promotion. Legal situations balancing out. But you have to surrender to a higher power. 9 of Wands speaks about your spiritual strength. They want you to not lose the love and the hope for a new beginning that you have in your heart, darling dears. Don't allow the energies of others, especially those that are behind you, to sully the waters of your future. You are a lotus, my dear big cat. A lotus will blossom in the dirtiest of water. Your spiritual strength. Nothing like a big cat with a prayer and those prayers being answered. Sudden change, darling dears. He was at crisis point. Star card at your solar plexus. The solar plexus is sun energy. Sun energy on sun energy, darling dears. This is about enlightenment and discovering that you are what? A spiritual being, having a human experience. Base of the deck. Spiritual beliefs, passionate new beginning, being gifted with a cup of love, darling dear. This also speaks about you what? Staying focused. This is also what? Somebody coming to offer their love to you. Someone who's going to see the enlightenment and the star quality within you. You're different, darling dears. The star card also speaks about standing out for your differences, standing up for your differences at the solar plexus. Your self-esteem and your confidence, darling dear. It's not something that you can fake. Well, you could fake it for only so long, but divine is gifting you with what? A triple beginning. You have the Fool, you have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Your cup will runneth over. But the compassion and the unconditional love must go to self first. You teach people how to treat you when you show them the love of self. At your heart chakra, what you love. We've got accelerating motion, something coming in quickly. Again, I say this is travel, darling dears. we have no cups out apart from on the top row, and that was in reverse. For those codependent, something definitely is coming in quick. For those of you that are still broken hearted, healing is on its way. You're going through the final stages, darling dears. The sword speaks about you, what? Using your intellect, your intelligence, and using your words. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And if there is action that you need to take, you take that action. This is 2 movement cards, darling dears. Quick movement. This is about you getting into situations and not walking away having bitten your tongue. This is about you coming out of the people-pleasing shell that was put on you, darling dears, by fools. Moving away from heartbreak. It also speaks about the Knight of Swords, darling dears. All knights come with messages, and this is a message that's coming in at a hot trot. It speaks of what? Being fearless. It also speaks about what? Verbal attacks. Somebody's still caught up on verbal attacks, things that was said to them, things that was done. Right at the heart chakra. Darling dear, your ancestral team wants you to let it go. Stop taking the poison and waiting for them to die. You have to understand, these people fulfilled their soul contract. The things they said, darling dears, you can't live on yesteryear. Divine is giving you the light of awakening and discovery. You are cleansed, and this is a new beginning. You have to understand it was meant to happen. Nobody would ask for abuse on any level. No one's going to ask for that. But because you are light worker, star seed, chosen by your ancestral team, no less, to be the prototype, you've been gifted all of their skills, all of their tools in the age of Aquarius to heal your ancestral karma as well as your own. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot allow your heart chakra to go cold, darling dears. Base of the deck, we've got the Chariot. Progress, darling dear. Progress. And again, the Chariot also speaks about spiritual enlightenment. Chariot, Cancer energy. It's the warrior within you, darling. The divine wants you to tap into your determination and drive. Remembering in war, especially tongue wrestling, because this is arguments. It also speaks about contact from a sibling, darling dear. Moving away from it. You don't have to answer the contact, because you have to remember you are the power grid. Your energies, darling dears, and where you give your focus, it will grow. At the heart chakra, Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart, for from your heart springs the well of life. Sacral chakra, at your creativities. The sacral chakra is represented by Taurus energy as well as Libra. Their ruling planet is Venus. It's about your self-worth, darling dears. Speaking your truth. This is what builds your self-worth. At your sacral chakra, we've got the Emperor. This is also represented by Father God, Most High, Protector and Provider. This is healing. This is also about you, what? Standing in your authority and your power. The Emperor doesn't bow down to anyone. The Emperor knows their worth, whether they're male or female. Aries and Mars energy. Base of the deck, Knight of Wands. Because you're about to get a new beginning and adventure. The Most High also wants you to continue to turn your back on codependent situations. This is also a lesson in walking alone, darling dears. You have to learn to enjoy your own company, stand in your own authority. Some of you are also dealing with a father figure. That is what was an in and out energy in your life. Base of the deck. This is spiritual guidance as well as healing. You're an earth angel, darling dears, and it also speaks about your guardian angels. You need to understand. Sometimes you're being prompted to speak up in a situation, and it's coming from energies outside of yourself. Because why? You have to what? Claim dominion over yourself. Your ancestral team come in the form of, sometimes you might hear it on the television in the words of others, and sometimes it's a thought that just comes quickly into your mind. It speaks about a thought coming quickly to you, darling dears. Divine wants you to act on it. Speak your truth at your throat chakra. Third eye, using your discernment on the what? The emotionally manipulative. Yeah. Your loyalty, darling dears, should not be what? Bandied around. Use your discernment where you place your energies and your loyalties. Stop being loyal to those that are not, I repeat, not loyal to you. Base of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles, darling dear. This again speaks to being what? Independent. No longer juggling and struggling. Standing in your power. And realizing that your loyalty is in an exclusive club. Not everybody gets an invite. And if they have been invited, that invite can be rescinded. Especially when the emotionally manipulative are being unmasked, darling dear. We see the Enlightenment card. More people are going to be unmasked around you over the next few days. This is about strength, darling dear, and understanding, being solo in a situation, keeping your own counsel. Most important. Mindfulness, darling dear, but you must also be present in the moment. This is about active listening. People tell on themselves. Base of the deck, Agent of Karma you be, darling dear. This also speaks about an ex-family member, ex-friend. This is somebody who went down the wrong path, darling dear, and they're looking for a helpmate, right? We're still in Mercury retrograde, blood. Brah, sis Dream, you ain't helping nobody. They'd be like Mac the knife in your life. This is somebody that wants a what? To be helped out of a situation. Judgment. It also speaks about the transformation that you've made. There's been a calling on your life, darling dears. Even though you haven't understood what was coming next. This is about you being naked before the Most High and taking it one step at a time, but always forward. Base of the deck, away from those that lie and cheat. This also speaks about what? Not mentally tormenting yourself about what? Past situations. Taking the lesson and understanding the growth you achieved once you left that situation. Because I'm telling you, whomsoever you left to what? Live on the rocks of life. They would love to sneak back into your situation. And this is an ex, someone who lied and betrayed you. Ex-friend, ex-family member. We've already had siblings banding around the table. Base of the deck. Because you deserve true teamwork. You saw me just split the deck. Balance, darling dear. Your ancestral team wants you to make right choices. People that recognize you for what you serve. Gemini energy. And as I said, we have a new moon in Gemini. A time for you to improve your communications, the way you communicate. And it's also a time of what? Making the right choices of whom you share your energies with. Use your discernment, darling dears. I believe that's the messages. Oh, let's quickly move on. Because you know it's Yoga Sunday, guys. And I've got to give her a trackie. Hey, I hadn't forgotten. Yeah. Yoga is very important for balancing out your chakras, darling dear. Absolutely fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Meditate, darling dears. However your meditation is for you. Someone else's spiritual practice is not your spiritual practice. And don't let someone make you believe that they're more spiritual than you because you're not doing what they're doing. We just saw the Two of Pentacles, solo dolo, like the boys and girls on the pole, getting your own enlightenment from the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis, your ancestors, angels, way shows, and spiritual guides. Right. Final messages. We're going to use the wisdom of the Oracle chakra card. Oh. There's a lot of talk about you, darling dears. This fell on the root chakra. But whatever that talk is, they're going to have to shut up. Because we've got a lot of the solar plexus, your confidence, your self-esteem. And it also speaks about actively moving towards a situation. They're watching you, mate. They, them, and yeah. Those that you was in what drudgery to. Giving your energies to those that don't deserve it. They're the ones that are talking about you at the root chakra. Base of the deck. But divine has gifted you with the key. Your Chiron, darling dears. Find your Chiron in your birth natal chart. It will give you the tools on how to heal. The house that's opposite where the house that your Chiron falls in, those are the tools that you're moving away from. Then you'll understand what is affecting your healing. A new beginning, darling dear. Split the deck. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. On that note, I drops me mic. To love to my Teesprings, to love to my Patreon. Please hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe, and share. And as I always say, don't get smoked. Don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat, cat. Cat, cat.